doing? So I have yet a weird gangsterline because my room is dirty. Okay. And I moved the lighting around, so I'm probably dark. So I'm at a weird angle because it's messy back there. But I need to take this nail polish off. And I wanted to talk about something. And I wanted to show y'all my face. So excuse me, I look a little rough. Okay? But your girls are going through it. Life. So I'm drinking my energy drink because I'm about to pass the fuck out. Okay? I don't think I got to tell you all, but I lost vision in one of my eyes. My left eye on my son's birthday. Okay. Scary stuff to wake up and not to be able to see anything. It was very painful. But it's getting better now. I can see like 90%. It's this eye. You could tell it's kind of, it might be dragging. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted, that's why I haven't really been filming my face. I was wearing sunglasses a lot. But I could see a lot better now. So here the fuck I am. Okay. I have water because you must drink water. Okay. And I have the shark Kool-Aid. Alright. So today I'm going to be trying this cuticle oil. They're sugar drops and they're from that. This is part of my order. I ordered other things, which I'll be reviewing in upcoming videos. Okay. So far I've only reviewed and recommended the cream, which is bomb, and it smells so good. But these are the cuticle drops. Wait, are these the cuticle drops? Cuticle oil. Yeah. It's hard for me to see. I'm sorry. But anyways, and I'm eating two of my favorite fruits, which is watermelon and melon, cantaloupe. And fun fact, my other two favorite fruits are pineapple and coconut. So yeah, and you could tell I didn't want to chop it, because I don't like chopping. So I was just hacking away. So I want to talk about, and we're back. I have this other cuticle oil and nail straightener by Be Pure also, and I'm just gonna be putting a clear nail polish on so it can heal, because I'm gonna get my nails done for my birthday. I don't think I'm gonna use those ones I bought. I think I'm gonna actually have them done by Bee's Beauty on Instagram. No relation, just the same name, okay? And she is family, okay? So don't fuck with her. All right. So I want to talk about something. So growing up, my mom, I don't know about you, but in my household, there was a man that was always out to get us kids, okay? When we're at the store, careful, that man's going to come get you, there was always fear being put in our heads to stop us from doing stuff. Fear of the unknown, right? Okay. Well, growing up, that same man was haunting us too. Okay, I don't know if he was haunting y'all, but he was haunting our family, and he was always lurking around every fucking corner at every grocery store. The man was gonna get us if we didn't behave. Okay, so I grew up with a lot of fear, which is why I didn't talk for many years. Like, I did not talk. Like, all this talking I'm doing now, never had it. I was always very quiet. I'd never talked. Okay, I was more of the observant type, just like watching things, watching my back, for the man. And so when I became an adult, I had this lifelong career dream, which I won't say what it is, because if I say it, people are going to say I'm trying to be like somebody else, and I'm not. You can ask any of my family members I still talk to. This was my lifelong dream, okay? And I just recently found out somebody I know actually had that career. It was just a coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidences. But anyways, so I'm just not gonna say it. If people know, I'll tell that person when I see them or whatever. But a lot of people like to say, I'm just trying to be nice to somebody to take advantage of them, or there's no nice people like that in the world. I'm naturally a nice person. The way you see me here is the way you see me in the flesh. Okay, like I don't sugarcoat anything. Like, you see me like this, if we're eating at a restaurant, I'm the same way. Okay, I'm not fake at all. No, or I'm not ashamed of myself. I'm not embarrassed. I don't care what people think. For a long time I did. Now I don't. Now I don't give a fuck. When I cared, people didn't like me. And it's low-key bothered me. But now I'm just going to be myself. And I'm not going to care. Because either way, I got to be me. You can't please everybody, you know. So anyways. So because of that, my fear, I never went off to go do what I wanted to do. Okay. The hotline. Okay. So, and I don't want to blame my mom for that. We are all at our own free will, and I was an adult. But I chose to believe her and this man theory, okay? Like, she made me fear leaving the hood, leaving her here. But that's not at fault for her, because growing up, my mom went through a lot, okay? She was put in a foster home. The kids were taken away from my grandma because of the hating ass and neighbors. You know, she had a lot of kids. And she was a widower, so she had to work. She couldn't be home all the time, and you know how kids are, you know. So, and she had 11 of them, okay? So, my grandma, I'm pretty sure, put the fear in my mom. And that's how she was taught right from wrong. Is this man lurking around the corner, okay? So, I don't blame my mom for that. I should have used my own intuition and followed my dreams myself, okay? Anyway, I ended up getting pregnant at 19, so I couldn't go off and do what I wanted because I had to leave my daughter with somebody I trusted. I don't trust anybody with my kids. No offense to any of my family members. Y'all are all lovely people. But I'm more of a helicopter parent. Like, I like to observe everything that's going on. I wouldn't be able to leave my child. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have. I'm just like, you know, I wasn't planning on being a parent, but once I became a parent, like, I took that shit fucking seriously. A bitch gave up the streets. A bitch gave up her ways. A bitch kind of calmed down a little bit. And then eventually, adopting my son changed my life completely, okay? So anyways, so I don't blame that on my mom. But I notice as Hispanics, like, there's always a man lurking around the corner waiting for us, you know? And that's probably the best way they knew how to teach us, but that probably wasn't the best way to teach us, was with fear, you know. It's best just to tell your children, like, I'm very honest with my kids, very honest with them, okay? I've never held anything from them, you know, especially my daughter. I tell her more than I do my son, you know. I'm very more protective for my son just because he's already had a shit end of the stick type of birth, you know, and I feel really bad for that, so I try to protect him more, which I know I shouldn't, but he's my last kid, you know what I mean? He's my last baby, so I have to hold on to that, you know, I have to hold on to that innocence just a little bit longer, okay? So, but with my daughter, and she's an Aries, so you know how the Aries are. You see what I've been going through, okay? You see what I've been going through. So I was more honest with her. Okay. With my son, I'm just a little bit more protective just because of his situation, you know. He didn't have the most, you know, I'm not his birth parent. I didn't birth him. Oh, just in case you're wondering. Okay. there have been rumors, which since I'm rumor busting lately, let me just let you know. Okay, there was a rumor that I cheated on Chris, okay, because Joel is, he just turned 8, and I would have been with Chris 10 years in, this past, April. Um, so there was a rumor going around that I cheated on Chris, and that I went and fucked somebody and I got pregnant, and that's how Joel came along. No, I did not give birth to Joel. But thank you for thinking I have an interesting life. Now, another rumor that was going around was that I got pregnant, and that I got pregnant. I cheated on Chris at the end of last year, and I ended up getting pregnant by a man. Well, obviously, it would be by a man. So I had to leave abruptly. We had to break up right then and there, because I was gonna start the show. No. That isn't true either. But thank you for thinking, I have an interesting life like that. I mean, that didn't happen. It's impossible that I'd be pregnant right now. Let me just say that, okay? Very impossible. It would be a miracle. It would be Jesus. It would be Jesus that I'd be carrying, because it'd be a miracle, okay? It would be a miracle. I would have a little Jesus in my belly. Yeah, so that's not true. I'm not pregnant. And then I did do a video kind of trolling, saying that I was pregnant. That's true, and I'm getting married. That's not true. Somebody asked me about that the other day, and I thought we were all on the same page. I was joking. No, I'm not pregnant. No, I'm not. But anyways, just thought I'd clear the air just in case we weren't on the same page here. Okay? So anyways, so we were taught with fear. Okay? I chose the way of being more open with my kids and saying, look, be careful, don't wander off, because stranger danger, things like that. One time I was about to get jumped, okay, because there's a family dispute at one of our loteria nights, okay. My daughter was about my son's age, 7 years old, okay, and I just threw down in the street. I just kicked some bitch's ass. It's kind of like a long story, but long story short, my cousin broke up with his girlfriend, and she was crazy, and she was bringing her dudes over after our loteria nights. We used to have a barbecue / loteria nights all the time, and so I was still left behind. But once everybody left, these dudes come and they're looking for my cousin, right? And they're gonna kick his ass, right? They're over here these big dudes, and my cousin's little. The men in our family aren't too big, okay? They're strong, but he would have lost, okay? So then the baby mama comes, and then we're like, oh hell no, bitch, not today, no. So then we throw down in the street, okay? Shit goes down, and she's like, bitch, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, as she's driving off, right, in her minivan. So I'm like, fuck. So I had to go home. We lived at the same apartment complex, which was down the street. So I went to my daughter. I was like, look, Britt, I was driving. I was like, Britt, you better get up, Britt. If shit goes down, because I had another cousin that lived in that same apartment complex too, okay, just in case for emergency reasons. And so I was like, Britt, if anything goes down, you just leave me be, and you just run and go get Chuck. Tell Chuck Mama's getting her ass beat. And she'd be like, okay, Mama. No. Without skipping a beat. Not oh my God, Mom, why? Oh, she knew what the fuck the deal was, okay? She saw us fighting earlier. Which was all for nothing, because my cousin ended up getting back with her. So, there you go. Anyway, so I say all this to say, I chose a different route when raising my children. And that was to just be honest with them. Open and honest with them. Teach them that way, rather than putting fear in them. When my daughter moved to the dorm, oh my gosh, I was a mess. It was the worst idea. I started, channeling my mom, and I'm like, oh my God, You better watch where you're going, Brittany. Brittany, you better watch out where you're going, Brittany. Like, oh my gosh, like I was a mess. But I worked a lot, so that got me over it, you know. And then when she came back, I was like, yay. But, you know, she got to experience a few years on her own, you know what I mean? Like out, she was in the dorm. She, you know, her school was across the street, you know. She went to St. Mary's University. No, oops. Our Lady of the Lake University. And so she got to experience a little bit, and then she got to come back home and be with her mama where she belongs, okay? Anyway, so I say all this to say, don't blame your parents for the, you know, because sometimes they're not used to seeing nice people either. Like, they're not used to seeing friendly people who are friendly for no reason. Because that doesn't happen all the time. And I know I'm rare. And I might come off a little suspicious sometimes because I'm a little bit different. Okay, I'm a little bit different. But they don't mean any harm. They really don't. They're just trying to protect you. And they just have your best interests at heart. They are wrong, but they have your best interests at heart. You can't blame them, okay? You can't. They can't help how they were raised. Right? All right. I'll see y'all later.